Congress MP, the leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi, has time and again spoken about religious freedom in India, on the state of religious freedom in India, saying that minorities are under attack. Now, while in America, about speaking about this issue, he referred to an example of Sikhs, saying Sikhs very soon can't go to a Gurudwara, Sikhs very soon can't wear turbans, they can't wear their kadas, which are all, of course, a symbol of their religion. Now, all of this sounds very familiar. It's not the first time we've heard of Sikhs being scared to show their identity. Not because it's happening today, not because it looks like it's going to happen very, very soon in India, as Rahul suggests, but because we've seen it happen in history. Back in 1984, when Sikhs had to run for their lives, had to hide for their identity, had to hide and run away from their homes because of a murderous mob, against whom, of course, the then government was accused of not cracking down. So yes, we've seen the scenes that Rahul Gandhi has described while in America, but we saw it when the Congress was in power. Which is why right now, with the comments that Rahul Gandhi has made, the BJP is serving this reminder to the Congress, saying, what about 1984? You're talking about Sikhs not being allowed to wear their turbans, not being allowed to wear their kadas. This has happened in 1984, not today. Let's get your details in our report on all the reactions coming in.
Rahul Gandhi's anti-Modi, anti-BJP tirade in the US. At this time, while taking a swipe at the centre, he stoked a massive row.
I don't think the BJP, in a fair election, they were nowhere near to.
While speaking at an event in Virginia, Rahul said that the fight in India is about whether a Sikh is going to be allowed to wear a turban, whether a Sikh will be allowed to wear a kada or go to the Gurudwara. His comment drew huge flake from the BJP. Union Minister Hardeep Puri reminded Rahul of 1984 anti-Sikh riots and how Sikhs felt unsafe during the Congress rule.
The fight is about whether he, as a Sikh, is going to be allowed to wear his turban in India. Or he, as a Sikh, is going to be allowed to wear a kada in India. Or he, as a Sikh, is going to be able to go to a Gurudwara. That's what the fight is about. And not just for him. For all religions.
At least in India, the only time when Sikhs have felt a certain anxiety or insecurity and faced an existential threat was when statements were made कि बड़ा पेड़ अगर गिरता है तो धरती हिलती है. This is as close a justification to targeting of minority communities as I've ever seen in my life.
The Congress later argued that criticizing the BJP was not same as criticizing India.
एक प्रधानमंत्री के पद पर बैठे हुए व्यक्ति लोगों को कपड़ों से पहचानने की बात करते हैं. हिजाब के खिलाफ आपकी पार्टी आंदोलन चलाती है. जो आज हिजाब के खिलाफ आंदोलन चलाती है वो कल सिखों की पगड़ी पर भी आएगी.
I don't think the BJP.
Rahul, who is a strong advocate of caste consensus, stoked another row with his remark on the need for reservation.
We will think of scrapping reservations when India is a fair place. And India is not a fair place. Now, that creates a problem. Because there are many people who come from the upper caste, right? Who say, look, what have we done wrong? Right? Why are we being punished? And so then you think about increasing dramatically the supply of some of these things.
Rahul Gandhi has launched a series of pointed attacks against the BJP at various events in the US. His trip comes days ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's planned visit to America. With Aishwarya Paliwal, Bureau Report, India Today.
So you heard what Rahul Gandhi said, saying that Sikhs very soon won't be able to go to Gurudwaras, they're not being able to wear their turbans, wear their kadas, and you heard what the BJP has to say. What's the reality of how Sikhs really live in India? The reality is that they're allowed to go ahead and wear the religion on their sleeve with no objection whatsoever. Most definitely has been no sort of crackdown on Sikhs in any manner. They're allowed to sport the 5 kakars, which is also the kada, kirpan and several other aspects of their religion. kids are allowed to wear the dastar, which is the turban, in schools as well. So there's no bar on that. Sikhs are even given permission to carry kirpans, which are swords essentially, on their flights. So again, despite being a weapon, because it's a part of their religion, that exception has been made to be tolerant to the religion. Now, they also make up 8% of the army, so opportunities come their way. They serve the country valiantly. They're allowed to, of course, proudly display their religion. So when Rahul Gandhi says that there is, an attempt to go ahead and trample minorities' voices and refer specifically to Sikhs, there will be questions about what exactly Rahul Gandhi meant when he said this is going to happen in India. Let's get you more comments from Rahul. We spoke on a number of issues on his equation with Prime Minister Modi, on the current state in the country, and much, much more. Take a look.
When he said that, I speak directly to God, we knew that there had been that we had actually blown him apart, right? And that the psychology had gone. And so people think that, well, this was the Prime Minister sort of saying that, look, I'm special, I'm unique, and I talk to God. But that's not how we saw it. Internally, we saw it as a psychological collapse that, what's happened here? How is this thing not working? And it's not just the Prime Minister, it's deeper than that. So what has happened in India, and you'll see it, is that the coalition that brought Mr. Modi to power has collapsed. It's broken right down the middle. We stress on this idea that, look, the institutions are captured and we don't have a fair playing field. The education system is captured by the RSS. The media system is captured. The investigative agencies are captured. And we keep saying this. I started holding up the Constitution. And everything we had said suddenly just exploded. So India realized in this election, and really poor people deeply understood that now this was a fight between those who are protecting the Constitution and those who want to destroy it.
3 months before the election, our bank accounts were all sealed. Every single bank account of the Congress Party was sealed. No money for advertising, no money for campaign. Bank account band ho gaye. First time. I've myself fought multiple elections, 2004, 2009, assembly. First time in my life, new thing. All the bank accounts are sealed. What the RSS is basically saying is that certain states are inferior to other states, certain languages are inferior to other languages, certain religions are inferior to other religions, certain communities are inferior to other communities. This is what the fight is about. We are of the opinion that whether you are from Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, all of you have your history, all of you have your tradition, all of you have your language, and every single one of them is as important as any other one.
I mean, you will be surprised, but I don't actually hate Mr. Modi. Mm-hmm. I don't. I get up in the morning and okay, he's got a point of view, fine. I don't agree with his point of view, but I don't hate him. Right? So it's not that I think that he's my enemy and now I hate him and he's got to be, no. He's got a different point of view, I got a different point of view. I have empathy and compassion for what he's doing. And I think that's a much better place to be.
So as part of this interaction, there was a question posed to Rahul Gandhi by one of the students who referred to the India bloc as the India alliance. Rahul Gandhi immediately objected, said that this the BJP line and called it the India Alliance. And what followed was a very, very interesting exchange. Take a look.
Mr. Gandhi, you lead the India Alliance, which is seen by many as an alternative to the BJP-led NDA government. Looking at the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, your party was not able to agree on seat-sharing policies with your alliance partner, which was Mamata Banerjee's TMC. My question is, if elected, how will you effectively run a government with such a divided coalition that cannot seem to agree on anything except for the removal of Prime Minister Modi?
It's not India Alliance. That's a BJP framing. It's India Alliance.
What's the last word stand for? What does the A stand
Alliance.
for at the end? So wouldn't it be redundant to say India?
No, it's not. Because it's not. Because the whole idea of the alliance was to put across to the people of India that India is being attacked. And it was very successful.